Hello good people of YouTube. Today is Thursday, May 7th, 2015, and I am your host, Walt Tiger. And yes, it is that time. The time for another fine episode of
The Things That Make You Go,
the series that takes an editorial, and sometimes sarcastic, look at the realm of video games and technology. So let's get started, shall we? So yesterday afternoon, there was a whole lot of drama in the video game news area because CD Projekt Red took offense at something that Green Man Gaming did. What was it they did? Well, just like everybody else, they were running a promotion for the upcoming Witcher 3. The problem was, their deal was just too good. While the game retails at $60, this promotion had the game at $39. So, in response to this, CD Projekt Red had a couple of announcements. First off, they said, hold on, we don't know if these keys are legitimate, but don't buy the game until we find out. A little while later, they came out and publicly said, please don't buy games from this retailer. We didn't sell them keys. These are not legitimate keys. In response to this, Green Man Gaming came out and said, actually, we did buy legitimate keys. We just bought them from another retailer that you sold them to, and now we're selling these legitimate keys. Sounds like a whole lot of nothing, doesn't it? Let me get you more details on this crazy story. From GameSpot.com, Green Man Gaming's response was quoted as saying, following a 6-month dialogue with CD Projekt Red about the launch of The Witcher 3, we were disappointed that despite the offer of significant cash advance and other opportunities to officially work together, we even offered to fly to Poland to discuss in detail how we could and wanted to support this launch. CDPR chose not to engage with a number of significant, reputable, and successful retailers, including ourselves, as they instead focused on supporting their own platform, GMG, Sulyok said. We, like millions of customers, are huge fans of the Witcher series and have been eager for the launch of this amazing title. We believe that CDPR's desire to support their own platform by working with retailer outlets that would not conflict with their own is greater than the meaning and demands of their audience. Therefore, we made the decision to indirectly secure the product and deliver it to our customers. We would heartily welcome a renewed dialogue with CDPR and are keen to continue to not only support the launch of Witcher 3, but keep celebrating and bringing the whole catalog of CDPR titles to a worldwide audience, as we have done since 2011. So, in summary, CD Projekt Red saw the promotion that GMG was running and said, wait a minute, these prices are too low. We've got to look into this. Something doesn't add up here. Then they come back and say, hey, please don't buy these. These copies are definitely not legitimate. GMG didn't get them from us. Then GMG comes back and says, well, actually we did. We just bought them from another retailer and now we can resell them because you said it was okay for us to buy those keys. Sounds like a whole lot of unnecessary drama to me. Kids, do I need to separate you two and put you in your rooms? I hope not. And, well, let's look at something here. Who's right here and who's wrong? Well, I'd say it's a little bit of both on both accounts. Okay, I'm gonna try to be calm here and talk to these two companies as though I'm their parent and they are my kids. I'm gonna start with CD Projekt Red. Sonny boy, if there's one thing you need to do right now is calm down. All of this drama between you and your sibling there could have been avoided if you had done a little bit of research before you sent out wild accusations. Because with a little bit of digging, you could have easily found out that yes, Green Man Gaming did actually purchase a buttload of keys from a different retailer. There's no doubt about it. You had the records because you know when people buy your keys. Does that let them off the hook? Not totally. But all of this could have simply been avoided if you'd done a little bit of research first. Now, Green Man Gaming, you're not off the hook here because you went behind CD Projekt Red's back. Sure, you're saying it was for the customer that you went out and bought these keys to resell to them. But in reality, we know it was because you looked around and saw that other retailers weren't getting their copies either. So if you made a side purchase and went around CD Projekt Red's back, you could make a big profit because you could make the claim that very few other retailers had this opportunity. So in turn, you both made mistakes and both of you communicated poorly. I mean, seriously, two companies have an open dialogue going back and forth for 6 months, and yet they can't come up with an agreement, and there's no understanding reached at the end that Green Man Gaming still intends to sell retail copies. Can't these two companies just have a decent dialogue and talk to each other like adults? I mean, it's obvious that Green Man Gaming still intended to do this, and it's obvious that CD Projekt Red didn't want to be directly involved because they wanted the bulk of the sales to go through GOG. But honestly, this was handled poorly on both sides of the ball. Seriously now, it makes me feel like I'm trying to break up a fight between siblings that said, he said this, he said that. No, it was him. They started it. He started a fight. In the end, the only thing I can do is break you two apart and say, try and get along. Can't we be friends? I mean, seriously, why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Blah, blah, blah. But, of course, that's just my opinion, and I'm just a small voice in a big ocean. As always, we'll keep our eyes open and see what happens next. That's all for now. Peace out.